Hello children, today we are going to see the introduction of a new chapter, that is coordinate geometry. So, today we are going to learn the Cartesian plane, the coordinate axis. We are going to learn about the quadrants and the different signs in the quadrants, and we are also going to learn about origin and how to plot the points in a Cartesian plane. So before we go for these all the details, let's clear some of your doubts. Like most of the students might be wondering why study coordinate geometry. This question might be running in your minds. Where do you use this concept in your real life? Okay, you all might have used Google Maps. Can you imagine how Google Maps work? Google Maps work on a mathematical concept that is nothing but coordinate geometry. So without maps we can't use most of the apps nowadays, you know that very well. So location of places on maps is done by using this concept. We use this concept in animation field for making the cartoons, games or movies which you all are aware of. The screen of your mobile phone or the computer is nothing but a graph. Okay, so there are many applications of this chapter which you will be learning in the near future. Okay, so what actually is coordinate geometry? Now let's see that. So coordinate geometry, in this we are going to learn about the axis. Okay, on a plain paper, on a graph paper, okay, if you draw a horizontal line, you can see here a horizontal line and the vertical line, these two lines divide the paper into four parts. And these two lines are called coordinate axis. The horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical is called y-axis. These two axes meet at a common point. That common point we call it as origin. What do we call this common point? Origin. Okay, these two lines, that is the coordinate axis, divides the plane into four parts. Each part is known as a quadrant. So to begin with, this is the first quadrant, the second quadrant, the third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. Now in the quadrants, when we plot the points, if both the coordinates are positive, then that point comes in the first quadrant. That is, the x is positive as well as y is positive. So this comes in the first quadrant. And in the second quadrant, the first x coordinate will be negative and the y will be positive. Then in the third quadrant, x will be negative, y will also be negative. Then in the fourth quadrant, x will be positive and y will be negative. So this is all about the quadrants. So you can clearly see here. The next thing, how to locate the points on the graph, or how to locate the places on the graph. So here you can see in this one, the first point if I take the first point, that is 2, 2, this 2, 2, 2, the first coordinate is called x coordinate and the second is called y coordinate. Or if I take 1, 3, in 1, 3, the first one is called x coordinate, or it is also called abscissa, and the second coordinate is called y coordinate or ordinate. So you can see here 1, 3, 2, 2, these all are positive, so they all lie in the first quadrant. Then if the abscissa is negative and ordinate is positive, they lie in the second coordinate. So we will learn about the plotting of points in detail in our next session. So this is all about the coordinate axis and origin and the different quadrants. Thank you.